It's time for University of Miami hockey right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. It's game 2 of the 2-game set between the University of Miami Hurricanes and the University of Central Florida Knights. This one was a back-and-forth affair last night that ended in overtime. Chalky South MD3 standings. UCF currently sitting at 12 points right behind the Hurricanes. 13 points thanks to that overtime point that they received. But folks, if you like offense, this series has all of it. A combined 9 goals from both of these teams yesterday, and it is set to be a fun one. The starting lineup for the University of Miami Hurricanes, there'll be Ilana Stulin, Riker Ferry, Ryan Way, Chris Michelini, and Evan Zdakis. And for the Knights, in all black, it's Joshua Shomi, Kevin Flanagan, and then a couple other defensemen as well. We will have more action and more facts about the rosters as we go on tonight. Miami wearing all white with green pants going left to right on your screen. UCF in all black going left to right. I'm Connor Stein calling all the action for you this evening in this highly competitive affair that is sure to be another fun one. Puck whistles down into the near side boards and is ricocheted out into neutral ice. Puck will collect it back to Zdakis. Eliana Stulin leads the Hurricanes with 13 goals, had one last night, up to 16 points on the year. Really that name that you're going to be looking for from the Hurricanes. But here comes Colin Jackson for the Knights, who takes a shot and it goes just wide. And Zdakis will pick it up behind the net. That puck is Sent out of the zone, picked up by Joseph Drake. Knights go to make a change, and JT Fuller will receive that and send it and block it aside. JT Fuller leads the team in goals with 7. Wasn't really as proactive yesterday, even though the 9-goal affair, but he's one of the names of the Knights that is just so hand, but picked back up by the Knights. Along the far boards, in the high slot, the puck is disrupted, and the play is whistled dead, and there's gonna be a delayed penalty here on Miami. They're going to get Chris Michelini for interference. So, excuse me, they have Evan Zadakis on the board, but I saw Chris Michelini go in the box. But nevertheless, the Knights will go on the man advantage here just moments after the game starts. Klar on this power play unit, had 2 goals last night for these Knights, sends a shot wide. And with 2 minutes into the game, UCF already on the man advantage at the point in the high slot. Takes a shot on net, blocked by a couple of Hurricanes and sent out. Rafael Morin giving chase, and it's taken back by Shimoni. Thomas Klar will just patiently wait behind the net. The junior forward, he really made his presence known. He was really close to a hat trick last night for these Knights, and 2 goals, obviously, as I stated. Something to look out for, as here comes the Knights with numbers. Jackson pulls on the brakes, sends it behind Hoffman. Puck sent on net, sent aside. Jackson waits. At the point, it's Klar who fans on the shot as Stuhlin almost as UCF will have an offensive zone draw to the far circle. But calling this one was a joy yesterday. It was a game of really which goaltender would crack first. But it's disrupted by Jusko. Musselwhite will recollect it as he gets tripped up by Callahan behind the play, and another penalty on Miami. This time it'll be a trip on Miami. This time it'll be a trip on Matt Callahan. As UCF will get set up in their own end again for another 2-minute power play. Puck gets disrupted off of Ryan Way. Ryan Way had 2 goals last night for these Hurricanes, both shorthanded, and he's on the penalty kill here. Puck sent in high slot. Push aside to the point, back down low into the end boards. And Miami, with Elliot Stuhlin, is able to free it ahead. Elliot Stuhlin comes in, tukes it glove side wide. A good opportunity on the shorthand for Miami that they've been so good at. Here comes Fuller, he scores! JT Fuller, the leading scorer for UCF, finds the back of the net once again. And Miami takes an early 0-2 deficit. It was Ryan Way and Elliot Stuhlin who moments earlier had the breakaway. They were coming back late on the back check, and UCF's power players took full advantage of that, and it results in another UCF goal. 2-0 here in favor of the Knights as the puck is blown dead for offside. JT Fuller, the Tampa native, getting his 8th goal of the year. Obviously leads the team. You just had a feeling he'd get on the scoring sheet this weekend. As Miami comes out a little bit flat-footed. Henry Skinger able to win that one back. Remy Kagan tries to get it up ahead as for Jonathan Noss. This line combination for the Hurricanes, a couple players that play both MD3 and also the DC level on a line together with Noss, as that puck is blown dead at the blue line for offside again. But Brandon Stein, Noss, and Skinger getting reps as they go for a change. We talked about a lot yesterday, just the impact and physicality this game really brought with these two programs. Both of these teams playing for playoff hopes as the Knights come up with Shimoni, who gets a shot. Blazed aside. Kept in at the blue line. Distance try, blockered aside. Another try put on net and gloved down by Hoffman. And UCF controlled a lot of the offensive work yesterday. They're picking up right where they left off with 2 early goals in the early going here in the first period. As UCF loses that draw and puck gets sent along the end boards. Picked back up at the point. Distance try put on, blocked by some friendly fire in front. And the puck is sent ahead. Puck picked back up and neutralized by the Knights. And here comes a shot that's sent up into the netting once again. That shot by Kalar. But both of these teams really chasing the University of South Florida in the MD3 standings. Miami came in number 20 in the nation at the MD3 level. The rankings nationally released just this past Friday. UCF came at 24. So this is not only a big shakeup in terms of the College Hockey South Division, but also at the national level as well, as UCF getting that win last night will potentially propel them over Miami depending on the result today, as that one is shot into the netting by Riker Ferry. But really just not the proactive offense that Coach Samamelos wanted to see out of his top line so far in this game, as the Hurricanes have come out just a little bit too slow and have not been able to really get any kind of breakout. As you see the great blue line defense by UCF. Icing is waved off. Remy Kagan will collect it behind the net, and Eliana Stolin will boost ahead. Tries to split the defender through the legs, and it's covered by Andrew Koss. Both of these teams took on Embry-Riddle. They both were swept last weekend. UCF taking on Embry-Riddle while Miami was taking the University of Central Florida on. Both of them were swept. But when it comes to common opponents, Miami does have the slight advantage, as they took down Embry-Riddle in one of the games and tied the other, and UCF got just swept in Daytona Beach. So as here they come in the slot, that shot, good job by Zedekis. Another shot put on, sent away. 8 minutes gone here in the first period. Distance try, patted aside again, picked up back in the slot, as a good stick lift results in a turnover by Zedekis. And here comes Turlik. Turlik gets stuck at the blue line, stood up, and UCF will recollect it. Kovac had some offensive fireworks last night. He had a goal as well for these Knights. As puck is picked back up by the Hurricanes. Defensive change done by the Knights. As Kovac will go ahead. Kovac with the shot put on. Tries to get gloved by Max Hoffman. And it's blown dead. Should be a fun next point in the year, as this is Miami's last game of 2025 here in Kendall and overall. So last home game, as that hard hit, high hit by Brennan Moore as he gets put down to the ice by Kalar, and it looks like Kalar will head to the box. We'll see what the call is. Gonna get I believe the motion is a cross check. So Miami will send their top power play unit on for a 2-minute minor on Thomas Kalar. Riker Ferry set to take the face-off against Fuller. Riker shoots it right on, and it's just high. Way able to get it down low. It's Ferry who gets it disrupted. Kept in at the blue line. Ferry on the backhand to a Stoolin, and it's gloved down by Koss. So Miami with a power play opportunity. They were empty-handed last night. They had 2 power plays and were 0 for 2. As they look to try to get on the right end of things. They were really strong short-handedly last night. But when you have a man advantage, you got to take advantage as that puck gets sent down the ice. 40 seconds off of the power play here as Elliot Astulin tries to go back and forth with Kagan, but they can't get a clear breakout as that puck is pushed ahead. Way tries to drop it off, but it's intercepted by JT Fuller. Fuller able to just dump it into the corner. Hoffman plays it. Miami having a tough time even breaking out of their own end. Fuller tried to just break it free. Stretch pass to Ferry, and it's sent back down. Miami gets a line change. Elliot Astulin stays on the ice, but on comes Michelini. Astulin. It's in the low circle, finds Callahan. Callahan, the near side. Waits. Takes a shot on net, and it's gloved by Koss. Miami finally able to sustain some offensive presence in their offensive zone. Callahan was just trying to find a good angle, able to go on the near side, and then just goes to the point, takes a shot. Saved by Koss, who had a strong game last night despite how many goals were put on the board. Both goaltenders did a good job, as the offense was really just firing for both of these teams. And the penalty expires on Kalar. So Miami, once again, ends up empty-handed on the power play, as that puck is sent ahead, disrupted by Michelini. Kept in, though, by the Knights at the blue line. And Turlick receives the puck and will get it up ahead to Jusko. The second line of the Hurricanes has really struggled this year, as that puck's in the near corner. Put on net, and Koss makes the save. Some extracurricular activities as both teams go back and forth. But as I was mentioning, some Miami in their second line really has struggled. Turlick has 2 goals on the year, Callahan with 1. But it's really been a mixed bag. Combined 4 goals on that second line. But scoring has got to be better across the board. They've really relied on their top guys of Ferry, Astulin, and guys like Michelini as well. And then a noticeable miss by Miami is the senior captain, Max Mensimer, who will not be back for the spring semester. He's got 4 goals on the year, 1 point, but he's such a strong leadership presence. He's on the bench now, still supporting the Hurricanes, dealing with an injury. As Jonathan Noss gets a near side shot, and UCF will collect it at neutral ice. Kovac will pull on the brakes. Zidakis able to muscle it ahead, kept in by Musselwhite. As here comes Max Phillips. Phillips able to beat a couple of UCF defenders, but it's taken back. Skinger able to keep it in on the backhands. Under 7 minutes remain here in the first period. 2-0 your score here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein calling all the action for you this afternoon. We thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday afternoon as that shot gets put on net and collected by Noss. And that one will be blown dead as UCF will take another penalty. This time it'll be JT Fuller on the slash. It was as Noss was exiting the blue line, and the stick came down a little bit too hard. So Miami will head back on the man advantage just moments after UCF was able to kill off their last one, as scores keeper looking for the official call of what it exactly is. The officials at the bench. And it looks like there's going to be another UCF night in the box. Not really sure about how that happened, but Nicholas Kelly sitting in the box for the Knights. Still waiting for the official confirmation from the officials. Puck gets put down, and it's sent down the ice. Looks like Kelly's just sitting there, no particular reason, because it's still 5-on-4. So Miami with another power play opportunity with their top line. Alina Stolin, who already has 13 goals this year. Zidakis at the high circle. Back up at the point for Kagan. Kagan loads, fires, and it goes just offside. Stolin in the low circle, misfires on way, and it's sent to the neutral ice. Zidakis, the senior from Chicago, able to get it down, but UCF doing a great job on the penalty kill, eliminating the chance of Miami being able to set up. As I say that, Riker Ferry comes in with speed. Gets leveled down as a redirection try. Misfires. Way plays catch with a Stulin. Shot put on and gloved down by Andrew Koss, who gives some appreciation for his penalty killers, as UCF will make a change and Miami will make one defensive change as Castrocani comes onto the ice. 40 seconds remain in the power play for Miami. Distance try by Stolin, corralled by Koss, and they will do it all over again in the same circle, that far circle. Puck taken by UCF. Kept on the far side. Way tries to free it, goes off the far post, and it's sent down the ice. 20 seconds remain in the man advantage as Hoffman thinks about playing the puck. He'll just retreat back to his crease as Castricani and Stulin will go ahead. Stulin tries to split two UCF defenders, and it's disrupted. Colin Jackson with a burst of speed as the penalty killed once again. So identical results for Miami on the power play in both of the last two games. Two power plays in the first period of the last two games. 0 for 2 on both. As the puck is picked up by Brennan Moore at neutral ice. Ferry in the high slot takes a shot. Saved by Cuss. 4 minutes and some change remaining in the first period. But we're seeing a lot more offensive control from the Knights. It's really just been Miami on the power play that's really struggled, but it's helped them maintain the puck. It's helped them find ways to get shots on net, but it's really about finding it in the back of the net, which has been the hardest thing for them this game. As a slap shot put on by Phillips, blocked by a Knight and sent ahead. Pushed down low into the near corner. Collision down low, spurs the puck free. Brendan Moore will go into the near corner. As Phillips takes a tough blow from a UCF Knight, and the puck is sent ahead, and we're going to get another delayed penalty here. I believe it's going to be on the finished check. Amando Panovkov heads to the box. And Miami, how about this? 3 power plays in 1 period. So far, they are 0 for 2, looking for maybe a potential man advantage goal. So their top line of guys out there again: Ryan Way, Elon Astolin. In the slot with Way, puck goes high. Picked up by Ferry, who tries to find Way in the slot, and it's sent out into the opposing blue line. Already 30 seconds gone for Miami's man advantage. But Ryan Way, who was so good on the short-handed opportunities last game, comes in with a burst of speed. Puck in the far side and cleared back out by the Knights. Just really no chance for Miami to get anything going offensively on their power play. As Elian Astulin tries to split 2 defenders, picked up behind the net by Chris Hill, kept in by Miami. Zedekis with a distance try, put on net, set aside, and that puck will go down the ice. Evan Zedekis at the blue line. It's up ahead to Astulin. Astulin loses the puck, will pick it back up on the backhands. Shot put on by Zedekis, gloved by Koss. And Miami will make a line change for both defensive pairings and offensive pairings. So a good job once again on the penalty kill by UCF. Under 40 seconds left for Miami to try to just help their special teams out. It's just been a rough go of things this weekend for them, as Castricani will get us to the point. Puck sent on as Jusko was looking for it. Castricani back at the blue line. Sent into the near corner. Picked back up by Renner. And Killar will send it out. Gallan passes the blue line. Looks to go backhand. Miami looks to crash the net. Turlick's in front. Puck battled off. Penalty expires. So Miami 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Castricani gets it down low. Back at the point, gets sent aside, and UCF will collect it in their own end. So UCF 1 for 1, Miami 0 for 3 on the power play this afternoon. And that's something that really Miami needs to take advantage of when you're gifted these opportunities, especially in a game, in a series like this, as there's a shot put on net, redirection in front, covered by Hoffman, and some extracurriculars after the play. As Castricani, Kalar were going after it, and it looks like they are going to get maybe a couple bodies here. We'll have to see, as Scortino is going over to the box. So is Dusko, is also going to head to the box. So Jack Jusko, the transfer from the University of Tennessee, came onto the team last year. He's done a good job on that second line. Will head to the box. And he's going to head to the locker room, it seems. It's just going to be Jusko in the box with Anthony Scoratino. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for the last 50 seconds of this first period of action. This will leak over into the next period, as here comes UCF. In the high slot, it's Dre. Dre puts it on net, ricochets off the boards, and is settled down behind the net by Kagan. So after some skirmish in front, both teams will have one in the box. UCF looking for one last push. Kovac on the near side. Picked up by Morin, but can't find the puck. 2 seconds remain. Puck put right on. And Hoffman stands tall between the pipes. So UCF up 2-0 here after one. Miami looking for offensive answers, but UCF in firm control as of now. But for that, we will step aside, and we'll be back for the second period of action right after this. back here at Kendall Ice Arena for the second period of action between the UCF Knights and the University of Miami Hurricanes. UCF took a 2-0 lead in the first period, courtesy of JT Fuller and Tomas Kolar. So that's where we are currently, a 4-on-4 that happened at the end of the first period. So we'll have about a minute of that here at the start of the second period, but it's been really all UCF in terms of offenses. Here comes Ellie and a stool in with speed, takes a shot blocked by the Knights. But Miami was in a dog fight last night as well. Final score last night was 5-4. As that puck's turned over, as Miami was trying to get out of their own ends, and we're going to have another delayed penalty, this time on Miami. An interference call. Motioned. So for 38 seconds, there will be a 4-on-3. So as UCF tries to get the right guys out. Actually, excuse me, it's gonna be a 4-on-3, I should say. But that's just a poor job by Miami. They had exactly what they were trying to do, getting out of their own ends. They were disrupted, and it results in a man advantage for UCF. Jackson waits, gets it over to Pekovo. Allowed for Chalar. Chalar takes a shot off the crossbar into the netting. And we will reset in the UCF offensive zone. 14 seconds remain on the initial 4-on-4 for their extracurriculars from Scoratino and Jusko. So they're in there for about 14 more seconds, and then the rest of it will be a 5-on-4 for UCF, as Castracani will find the puck, shoot it off the far boards. Keep it in, though, is UCF. From the point, back down low in the low circle. Penalty expires on the initial 4-on-4. Puck put on net, so we're back to the 5-on-4. In the slot it goes, and it trickles just back to the blue line, sent back down by the Knights. Scoratino, just freshly out of the box, will play with the puck behind the net. Cuts inside, tries to get it on net on the backhand, and it's disrupted. Castracani able to find it in the far corner as he's laid out. Castracani takes a big hit into the boards, and Anthony Scoratino will go back to the box just moments after he was in the box previously. So his second period of the game, or his second penalty of the game, excuse me. And Miami and UCF will recollect at the benches as Robert Renner tries to get a clarification from the officials. But it will be an offensive zone draw for Miami, as they will get the choice of where they want the face-off to be. So that's a 5-minute boarding call. On Scoratino. So big opportunity for Miami now. After they kill off the 4-on-4, it'll be 4-on-4 for about 40 more seconds, as puck is picked up at the red line. Sent cross ice, picked up by Flanagan. Gotta say, as a South Floridian, Flanagan's just a great name. You guys might know about the restaurant Flanagan's down here in South Florida. If you don't know about it, I recommend giving it a try, as there's a Redirection put on net by the Knights, and it's sent up by Miami. Here comes Ryan Way on the 4-on-4 with speed. Pulls on the brakes, takes a shot, misses the net. Jusko will try to keep it in the blue line as the penalty expires on Ferry. So it's going to be a 4-minute and 5-second power play for Miami. And I got to tell you, this would be a huge missed opportunity if Miami was unable to capitalize here. They already had 2 others last period, and they were unable to capitalize on those. Remy Kagan. Phillips. Cross-ice pass gets taken down behind the play, and here come the Knights. The puck is taken back by Miami, and they will finally try to start to get their formation set up, but it's cleared out again. Kovic able to stop the rhythm of the Miami offense as that puck is sent down all the way to Hoffman. Along the near boards, Elena Stulin comes with speed. The leading goal scorer for Miami fires, and Andrew Koss with the save. We thank you for watching this edition of Miami Hurricanes Hockey right on the University of Miami Hockey Network on this busy Saturday afternoon. College football obviously on as well. The Hurricanes in their senior night. Miami will have their senior night next semester, so this will be the last game for the University of Miami hockey team this semester as the puck is picked back up, put in the slot, and Miami will try to play it, but a good job by the persistent penalty killers. Payne in the high slot is disrupted. High contact by Remy Kagan, no whistle, and Eliana Stulin will connect with Way. Way waits and will get it behind the Ferry. Back up top. Kagan. Stulin takes a shot. Disrupted off of a stick and sent down the length of the ice. Still 2 minutes remaining on the power play for Miami after the major boarding call on Scoratino. Zadakis tries to get down low to Way, but it's taken away by the Knights. Kelly waits for some help, but the pass gets intercepted by Zadakis. But Miami really just trying to get the puck out of harm's way, but a good job by Kelly to disrupt that. He makes some friendly fire contacts. Ferry with a try off a body. Callahan. Michelini tries to find Ferry inside. Read around try. And UCF tries to clear it out. Kept in by Michelini off a weird bounce. Shot off the crossbar. A great opportunity by Miami. A potential clear that was taken back by the Hurricanes. And Michelini just waited, took a good shot, and just missed off the crossbar. As UCF has too many guys on the ice, so luckily for them, they don't get in trouble doing that, potentially getting another penalty. But so far, they've killed off the 3 minutes of 5-on-4. And really just Miami, with their second power play unit on, has just really struggled on the power play this weekend. As that puck is disrupted in the slot, sent away. The puck was turned over by Shermoni and almost resulted in another chance for UCF. Jusko passes the blue line with Callahan. Callahan shoots, rebounds. Miami could not find it, so Fuller will send it the length of the ice. 20 seconds remain in the man advantage for Miami. They've had 4 minutes of power play time. Would have been 5 if there was not a 4-on-4 on the clock. But both these teams have found themselves in the penalty box quite often in this series this weekend. Kagan will use his edges and pull on the brakes. Penalty expires, so an excellent job by the UCF Knights eliminating Miami's power plays. Miami is 0 for 4 this afternoon. Callahan tries to break out. It's taken back by UCF and misses the net. Read around try is also sent as a stick gets broken. Callahan makes contact with the Knights and is taken up by Jusko. Jusko drops back for Turlick, who misses the puck, and it's taken back by the Knights. Payne puts a shot on net. A rebound attempt, gloved down by Hoffman. Both teams will make changes as Miami just really struggling offensively in this game, and UCF has really leaned on those 2 goals within the first 7 and change minutes in the first period. Combined 9 goals yesterday from both teams, 6 goals in the second period. So both teams made noise offensively in the second period, not so much today as Moore tries to power it ahead, and it's sent back down by the Knights. Flanagan on that. Send back as that blacks it. Puck gets put on net, and Del Duco comes out. That puck gets intercepted, sent back down, and Sadakis will collect. At the point, it's Flanagan. Puts it on, and a hand pass is called as Miami was trying to exit the zone. Take a look at how that happened, but Flanagan was at the point, took a shot, and it was Brennan Moore who put the puck down, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for UCF. Miami tries to exit their own blue line. They do so successfully eventually. Musselwhite able to get it up ahead. Here's a shot that's set aside. Shot put on by the Knights. Folks, we apologize for any technical difficulties that we're facing. Our streaming was disrupted, but to catch you up for what we have, Chris Michelini now in the box. 2-minute minor was assessed. as the scores table tries to get sorted out their own selves. So, as we were trying to figure out our own video issues, Chris Michelini gets a 2-minute minor, and it will be Miami. Your score 2-0. 7 minutes and 16 seconds remain in the second period as the officials try to work with Vincent, who's our score operator. He's all by himself today. We got a pretty low crew. One videographer and a play-by-play myself, but Vincent doing everything by himself over there, controlling music and trying to work out the score bug as well. And here as looks like UCF just trying to maybe chat, maybe think about what they want to do. I don't know. I wonder what they're talking about, but looks like it is going to be a 2. Okay, so Matt Callahan is also in the box as well. Keep in mind, folks, all of this to figure out the camera issues. Hopefully you guys can still hear me here as Miami and USF still trying to get figured out. But as of right now, it's UCF. But as we talk about this, I will say, I believe Miami football is winning, so that's good at least. Miami needs a whole lot to happen in front of them to make the playoffs. A lot like they don't have the luxury of the University of Miami hockey team, who still controls their destiny. But looks like we're ready to play hockey again. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, but the draw was in favor of Miami, so they will come out, and here comes Jackson. Jackson, puck back at the point. Waiting. Jackson, back to Kalar. And that puck is sent all the way down the ice by Castrocani. 40 seconds, working with technical difficulties as UCF gets a little antsy on the blue line, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off. But this period has definitely been one of the opposites that we've seen. We've seen we've seen these two teams play, but now it's just really been knotted up. Still 0-0 in terms of this period, but 2 goals in the first period, so it's 2-0 as there's a shot put on, blocked by Phillips. Back at the point, it's Flanagan. Flanagan waits. Renner tries to feed it across. Flanagan from distance, and the puck is sent out. So 1 penalty expires as that puck gets sent into the netting. 31 seconds on now a 5-on-4. Andrew Koss, who's skating around his crease now, really hasn't been tested that much this period. But there was a 5-minute major called on Anthony Scoratino that gave the Hurricanes man advantage for about 4 minutes and change due to the 4-on-4 beforehand. But that was really the only chance of offense that Miami's really had this period. And something's got to change faster. Still 25 minutes of the game left with the combined of the second and third period, but it's has not gone the way that they've wanted as the penalty expires, so Miami's able to get a kill as Jusko, fresh off the bench. Pulls on the brakes, he'll try to fire it on net, taken by Callahan. Callahan tries to backhand it, but coming away with it is Renner. Dre, the senior of the, not the senior, the captain of this UCF Knights team. That puck is fired all the way down the ice. And it'll be an icing as Zedakis tried to give chase. So they do it all the way over again. Under 5 minutes remain here in the second period. And just no offense, but even better defense from these UCF Knights, who are quite on the doorstep of taking over the 6th place. And if UCF were to hold on, the national rankings would definitely be up discussion, as Miami currently sits at 20th, UCF at 24. Knights able to clear that one out as Fuller gets it bursted ahead, and play is halted, and going into the box quickly is Fuller for a cross check. So Miami with their 5th power play of the day so far, 0 for 4. And they're looking to finally spark some offense here. But UCF has done a tremendous job on the penalty kill, as UCF's got to get another skater on. It's all good there, and we will resume. Stuhlen finds Kagan. Back at the point of Stuhlen. Back at the point. Shot put on right in the chest. Picked back up. Zedakis at the far circle. Back at the point. It was a really good glove save. It was really just Zedakis and Stuhlen kind of just feeling out the defense of UCF. And a shot put on and a good glove save by Koss, who's been really flexing the glove this afternoon, as that puck gets sent down the length of the ice. So click clear. 30 seconds have been shaved off. And Miami now, this is where some of their struggles have been really just after their initial start. It's just been really hard to try to get back into the zone with the great blue line defense of UCF. Take us back over to Stuhlen. Stuhlen at the high circle. Goes off a skate, finds it on his stick again. Under a minute to go in the power play. Kagan over to Stuhlen. Stuhlen waits. Crossing pass, and Kagan couldn't find it as the UCF Knights come out of the zone. They're up-headed, and then it's sent up. Ferry couldn't quite find the puck, and with under 30 seconds remaining in the power play, UCF will make a change. Miami still has their top line of Stuhlen, Way, and Ferry on the ice as he comes in with a burst of speed. Goes off the glove of Koss, and a great opportunity as the penalty will expire on JT Fuller. And Miami 0 for 5 tonight on the power play. That's really the biggest talking point of this game. Miami's not able to capitalize. Kept down. Way couldn't find the puck. Redirection, and a hand pass is called on Ryan Way. It was batted down by Ryan Way, put on the stick of Ferry, and Miami will make a change, and so will UCF. Puck will stay in, and we will reset. Under 2 minutes remain in the second period. Both teams doing a sharper job defensively today. Now it's going to be really, is Miami able to muster a comeback? Or will UCF just be able to comfortably control like they've been able to do and try to stay out of the box. Even though Miami is 0 for 5 on the power play, they have still maintained the try, and it's saved by Koss. My, what a great effort from the Hurricanes as they were able to set it up. Callahan was able to find it in the near corner, and Castricani got one on net. A good save. Yeah. As that one sent down for an icing. So they'll skate all the way back. Miami will make a change here with minute 35. Miami will make a change here with minute 35. Second period. Stuhlin got slightly tripped up, but was able to regain his stance. Michelini with a try lost the puck. As Jackson has Kelly. Back to Jackson. Jackson shoots, scores! Colin Jackson finds the back of the net. And the Knights take a 3-0 lead here with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the second period. It was a good shot, near side, able to find. And the junior from Lithia, Florida. That was just not how Miami wanted to end the period whatsoever, as they find themselves down 3-0 under a minute to play. Renner down low. The puck goes way in there as Kagan got stick lifted, and there's going to be an interference call on UCF. So Miami will most likely spend the last 36 seconds of this period in their offensive zone with the chance to try to put a dent into the 3-goal lead that the Knights have found themselves in. And it's really been just a lot cleaner of a game from the Knights. They've really just shut Miami down defensively and on the power play, as Miami, with their 6th of the night, looking to get their first. And they just can't stay in the zone as that one gets sent down the ice. A Stuhlin. Sudeikis tries to get a crossing pass, and it's sent down the length of the ice. Under 10 seconds remain, so it looks like this one will bleed into the next period. Period of play. It's been all University of Central Florida Knights here in Kendall. And Miami has got a lot of work to do if they want to come back and potentially stay ahead of UCF in the standings. But for now, we will take a break. We'll be back for the third period of action right after this break. Kendall Ice Arena. We apologize for Wi-Fi doesn't want to always work with us. I'm Connor Stein, calling all the action for you today here at Kendall Ice Arena. To try to get our scoreboard fixed out. Miami races into the zone. Your score currently 3-0 in favor of UCF. Zadakis pulls on the brakes. There was a penalty at the end of the period committed by UCF, and they score! The redirection, a lucky bounce, whatever you want to call it. Miami cuts the lead to 2 to UCF in favor off the stick of Riker Ferry. Ferry gets his 4th goal of the year, his 10th point overall. And Miami's back in business straight off of the intermission break. Puck is sent down. Callahan collects it, puts it on net, and sent on the glass and cleared out by UCF. One back by the Hurricanes. Turlick gets a shot on net, blockered, open net, and saved by Koss. But man, has Miami really put the pressure on offensively here in the 3rd period. And Estulin getting the credit with the assists. So it's once again finally a powered play goal for Miami, as they were 0 for 6 previous to, or 0 for 5 I should say previous to that. They got their 1 for 6 as there's a centering feed. Turnaround attempt by Del Duco. And here come the Knights. Puck sent back. Muscle White puts it down. Puck is sticky onto the ice with a freshly Zamboni'd ice as Moore comes in with speed. UCF had that comfortable 3-goal cushion. Now they have to play a little bit more smart as that one. So Miami will make a change, so will UCF, and they will restart back in the offensive zone of Miami. Once again, this is the last home game for Miami this calendar year. They'll be back in January for 2026. Can you believe that? 2026 is already, we're already right on the doorstep of 2026. Been a fast year for sure. Busy for Miami. Played 10 games this year so far. As the puck gets sent back down, and it's an icing, so Near side circle face-off upcoming. Puck won back by UCF and cleared out. Jonathan Noss finds it on his stick and a glove save by Koss. UCF cleared it momentarily, and a good shot, but an even better save by Koss. Top line of Miami now on the ice. Michelini waits, backhands it down low. Hard collision in the near boards through the slot. But Miami has had a ton of time in the offensive zone. You see, like, the adjustments are being made properly, and they've worked out well so far. The question is, can Miami skate hard like this for the next 17 minutes and find pucks in the back of the net? Because right now UCF is still comfortably leading by 2 goals. Miami, as that puck is put down. Stuhlin tries to clear it out of the zone as it hits a Hurricane stick on the bench, and they'll reset. Both teams will make a change. I will say, though, the first game missing a little bit of that offense. It's missing a little bit of that, some of the really hard finishing checks that we saw in that first game. But UCF does not mind that if they're up 3-0, as that puck is put on net. Puck is found back by the Hurricanes as Turlick finds Callahan. Callahan enters the zone, but the puck trickles behind, and it'll be an offside call. So face-off right outside the UCF blue line. Puck misses the net. Down low now, it's in the slot. Missile White tried to find it. The redirection picked back up by the Knights. Turnaround try, glove down. And some more pushing and shoving after the play. But Hoffman really had to go back to back, look side to side, make a good save, and Miami catches a break with the puck right on their doorstep. Chris Hill gets a shot on, and once again a save by Hoffman. Gets a shot on, and once again a save by Hoffman. UCF really getting... Once again, we apologize for any technical difficulties we may be facing. Miami up, or down, I should say, 3-1. As that shot hits the post here in the third period. 2 goals from UCF in the first period, and 1 at the closing minutes of the second, and then a Miami with an early goal here in the third. Del Duco able to outbreak it. Morin collects. Puck gets sent down low. Puck whisked free. Dre gets that puck taken away. Del Duco Go passes the red line and shoots it. Zadakis goes D to D with Kagan. And Skinger comes up. Skinger drops back to Nos. Nos shoots. Rebound attempt. Brennan Strine tries to put it on net, but misses. And this puck is cleared out momentarily by Renner, but kept in by Zadakis. Good job by Miami. Saved by Koss. Saved by Koss. And puck is pushed free by Koss. Puck is battled for in the near corner. Pick it up. Jackson tries to center it. He finds the puck on the backhand. He scores. The Hurricanes get caught lacking in their defensive zone, and it results in a UCF goal. Colin Jackson gets his second of the afternoon, and just a poor job on defense by Miami. Jackson able to find it on his stick, gets his second of the afternoon. And UCF takes a 4-1 lead here with 13:30 left to go in the third period. And that's just a tough break for Miami. They really wanted to have something going, as that one is missed the net. Miami controlled most of the offense. 4-1 lead here with 13:30 left to go in the third period. And that's just a tough break for Miami. They really wanted to have something going, as that one is missed the net. Miami controlled most of the offense. Throughout the first 5 or so minutes, but UCF was finally able to get it quickly, and Miami just sloppily trying to get it out of their own zone, as that one is offside. Puck is dropped and sent down by the Knights. Puck won free by Astulin. Backhand scores! Elliot Astulin! Lights the lamp, and Miami puts it back within 2. It's 4-2. It was a nifty backhand. He had a defender trailing him, but was able to get it top shelf. And Miami cuts the lead back to 2. Elian Astulin just doing what he always does, for going down without a fight. As UCF here's the blue line, but the puck is sent. Back, and a hard hit. Play is blown dead, and we'll see what the call is here, as there's some chirps from the bench. Looks like your camera just missed it, but the officials discussing exactly what they want to happen here. Believe it's just going to be still 5-on-5. As Coach Tom Amello looks for an explanation. So we play 5-on-5. Puck put on net and saved by Hoffman. Michelini with the assist on that goal from Stulin. He's really done a good job in the assist department this year. Michelini that's his 4th of the year assist-wise. It's a hard hit into the far boards. Puck sent length of the ice and icing. But if you thought that this third period wouldn't be a little bit interesting coming in, it was 3-0 in favor of the Knights, but Miami scores 2 goals within the first 8 minutes. UCF got one back, but still Miami showing that even though their offense was asleep in the first 2 periods, I should say, excuse me, they're still here and trying to make something happen as that shot gloves down by Hoffman. Best here dealing with the Wi-Fi. We just hope it's as clear as it could be, or hopefully my voice is clear so you guys can potentially hear me as well. As that one put on net, patted away. Picked back up by the nice Grizzotti, gets tied up, and I guess I'm just going insane. But it was a very quiet dead, and Vincent, the score operator, really making himself vocal, trying to figure out who and what and how, who's going to the box, when, why. And he looks like it's gonna be another Miami power play. Make that 7 for Miami tonight. They're 1 for 6 so far. Just been a lot of missed opportunities. That's been the main name of the game as they send their top power play unit out, trying to make this a 1. Stulin in the slot to Way, shot, redirection, they score! A little tic-tac, received the pass from a Stulin, and then the net was wide open for Riker Ferry. 3 goals for Miami in regulation. And man, this game has really been turned on its head, and you might be asking yourself, Miami Hurricanes hockey fans or hockey kids, it was non-existent, but now 3 quick goals for Miami. Top line of Miami back out as they try to clear it ahead. Falls into the bench. So Miami with new life. It's really been that top line. Riker Ferry with 2. And Ellie and Stulin also. They're their 2 top guys that they've relied on. Riker Ferry getting his 4th and 5th goal this game as Henry Skinger gets kicked out of the circle. At the ACDC level, seems like Coach Samamello wants to use him as more of a forward at the MD3 level. Goodness! Max Hoffman is going to want that one back, and it looks like Pavanka gets his first goal this year. It was a little shot that was just misread by Hoffman, finds its way into the back of the net, and man, Hoffman's really in the air, so Miami goes back down 2. UCF makes it a puck, and play is halted as we're going to get a slash here in Miami with their 8th power play. So now, if you're Miami, poor job staying out of the box. And this is when the tide could turn potentially again. Obviously, not great letting in that last goal, but you got to let the momentum shift back in your favor if you're Miami. As Elena Stulin will skate up the ice. He's got 1 tonight at 13 goals overall. Zadakis over to Kagan. Down low to Ferry. Stulin down low. Loses the puck. But the puck is getting played with as Fuller had a man trailing. Could have had an opportunity shorthanded, but did not play it the way that we thought. As Rizzotti will try to clear it. Zadakis able to keep it in the zone. Backhanded for Way, who misses Ferry's stick, and the puck gets sent down. Oh, a little misdirection off the boards after poor play. That was a really weird misdirection as Stulin races in. Way tries to find Ferry, and Castricani will just play it with Michelini. Castricani just saucers it to the far corner. Under 8 minutes and 30 seconds remain here in regulation. Penalty expires as another hit is put on by Ryan Way, and Miami, just as 2 seconds remaining in the call against UCF for slashing, it's going to be Ryan Way who goes to the box. For Miami. So Miami just wasn't really able to get set up on the power play besides that first opportunity. And now they're forced to go back on the penalty kill for about a minute 58 after their power play expires. Renner with a try, blocker aside, and Morin will shoot it down the length of the ice. Flanagan collects behind the net. So now I'd imagine that UCF tries to extend their lead here. They don't want to play this as possession, especially with how they've had offensive prowess today. And it's cleared out by Morin. Morin able to get it to the goal line. Robert Renner. Rizzotti. Fuller. At the point. Back to Renner. In the slot. Shot. Save by Hoffman. Under a minute remains in the man advantage. Renner puts it on net, and a shot in the slot misses. Dre was right in the slot looking for it. Grizzotti. This save by Hoffman off the stick of Dre. UCF really just trying to find the open look, and a good glove save by Hoffman from Joseph Dre, local South Florida native from Pembroke Pines. Somehow kept out. Hoffman with another great save. Far circle, shot. Puck twindles in front, kept out, and sent to neutral ice. 15 seconds remain in the main advantage for UCF. Penalty expires. So a good penalty kill by Miami, but that's really time that Miami needed to get back in it. They find themselves down 2. Right around try. Taken away by Michelini. And a hard hit in the corner. The arm goes up in the air, and it's going to be another penalty on UCF. The officials really being proactive with their whistles today, as one penalty expires, another one gets called, another penalty gets called. So that's back to back to back. One for Miami, one for UCF, one for Miami. And if you're Miami, you got to look at this as another opportunity that off the power play. It's going to be number 7, Anthony Scoratino. It's his 3rd penalty of the afternoon. He had a 5-minute major in the second period. And now, with Miami's top line and UCF's penalty killers on the ice, Miami will try to make it within 1. Sudeikis at the point, over to Kagan. Back at the point for Sudeikis. For Kagan. Make that a hat trick for Riker Ferry. His 3rd of the afternoon. Miami get it on net. And then the second-ditch effort by Riker Ferry on the backhand to make it a 1-goal game. And now, could you believe, folks, that this game was 3-0 coming into the 3rd period? I would not believe you. They've done a good job trying to creep back in this game with that puck is shot into the rafters. So now, if Miami and UCF were to stay where they're at for now, the question, I would say probably about the 2-minute, 30-second mark would probably be my guess, is Fuller puts it on net. A try somehow stays out. They wave how good of a view we'll get, but the puck was waved off. We'll check it out on the replay. You'll see it. It was right between the legs of Hoffman. You can't really see it from there, but it was Hoffman who sat on the puck, as it was a little backhanded try by UCF. And it was really just a backhanded attempt you saw there, put on net, and it was waved off. So Miami can go close ones this game. Fuller. And it's sent out of the zone. At the 5-minute mark here in the 3rd period. Chris Hill gets around his defender as UCF gets tripped up. Who has a goal tonight, got tripped up, and Miami will head on the penalty kill. Will head on the penalty. Hoffman within the next 2 minutes or so. And now you have to kill this power play that UCF has done so well on tonight, as the Knights will circle around the end boards. Circle, good shot block by Phillips, picked up back by the Knights. Miami trying to get a block shot. That puck gets misfired, and Phillips will get it ahead. Stopped there smartly by Robert Renner. And Joseph Dre will get it down low. Back at the point. Flanagan. Flanagan at the low circle, behind the net. Fuller. Flanagan. Waits. Able to find help in Renner. Renner takes a shot. Goes off a couple of bodies. And the puck is set into the air. Pushed down is Turlick. A minute gone here in the power play as that puck is sent out. Callahan giving chase as Miami makes the defensive change. UCF makes a change of their own as well. Callahan with Turlick, loses the puck, and here comes Colin Jackson. Jackson, and a delayed penalty as Turlick lets one go. It's going to be a delayed penalty on Turlick after the extracurriculars behind the play. And now it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3 response. How do you want to come out and make a statement? As if they were to kill off 2 power plays, it looks like actually they sent 2 players in the box. They're going to get Robert Renner as the box, so it's going to be 4-on-3 for 30 seconds, and then it's going to be about a minute and 45 of power play for UCF. Excuse me, it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute and 40. As that goes off the glass, trickles out, but inside shot, misses the net, and the power play expires. So it's back to 4-on-4. 2:30 remain, and Miami tries to clear it out. The puck gets forced free, and a good stop here in Kendall as both teams, UCF trying to take the division lead over Miami, and Miami just trying to tie this one up and potentially send it to another overtime. Way able to clear it out. Way has the Stuhlin with him. Way tries to pass it to a Stuhlin, but it gets disrupted. Phillips picks up the puck, tries to dish it across to a Stuhlin, and it's covered by Goss. A minute and 5 remains on the 4-on-4, but a great job by Castricani, keeping it in the zone. Finds Way, could have been a better pass, but man, what a great opportunity in front. And Miami will have the puck in the offensive zone. Now Max Hoffman motioning it over to Tom and Mello. Hey, when do you think I should go? This would be about the time that he would probably start skating over, but the thing for Miami is, can you sustain that offensive pressure in the offensive zone? And looks like they're going to keep him in net. Castricani able to keep it on the backhand. In the slot to a Stuhlin. Tries to find a friendly stick, but it gets sent out of the ice. It's sent to neutral ice. Castricani goes for a change. UCF will make a change. Puck put on net, and Phillips will make the save. 1:46 remains. 25 seconds left in the and Miami and Coach Tomamello will take a timeout here with 1 minute and 46 seconds left in regulation.